This is Matt for Boxing Social, association with Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined by Junaid Boston. Junaid, we're here in Steele City Gym. Just watched you put through your paces by Grant Smith. First off, good Christmas, good New Year.
Yeah, man, it was good. How was yours?
Yeah, can't complain, no complaints. Back at it. Talk to me, you had a cracking year as a professional.
Yeah.
We talked off camera, 4 fights, 4 knockouts, 4 big knockouts. Assess your first year for us.
It would have been better if Dalton weren't involved, I'll tell you that much. Well, nah, it was good. 4 fights, 4 wins, 4 stoppages, and got signed by the end of it, so happy days.
Did you get everything you wanted out of your first year? Because like you said, everyone wants them highlight reel knockouts where you can...
Yeah, 4 knockouts, 100% KO ratio. I'm the hardest hitter in the gym now. I've overtook Florin and Dalton.
Big statements. Well, I'll come back and watch you spar and we'll see. I was saying then, do you think you've got everything out of your first year then? You mentioned there, everyone wants to be exciting because that's how you put bums on seats. You managed to do that, but you've also signed with Eddie Hearn. How pleased are you with how it went in terms of in the ring, but also promotionally as well?
Overall, I've got everything I wanted and more. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better first year as a pro. I've headlined for my first fight in Rotherham. My second fight, I was on Dalton's undercard, you know what I mean? We've always spoke about that for years. My third fight, I boxed on Barry's Max Hughes undercard, and I was looking up to Kid Galad for all them years coming up, do you know what I mean? So he's from Sheffield, and then my last fight, I got a peach of a shot with a knockout, so I'm laughing, man. It was a really good year.
Yeah, you mentioned there Barry and stuff like that when you were growing up. You spent a bit of time in the Ingle Gym, is that correct?
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah, until I was like 11, 12, then I moved to Grant Smith.
What was that experience like training there before we get on to Grant? Obviously, a plethora of fighters come through there as well. You Johnny Nelson's, Prince Naz's. You feel like you picked up a bit there and brought it here, and now you're getting moulded by Grant?
Definitely, like I owe all credit to Grant, to be fair with you, but it was a massive experience being there. Obviously, being around Barry, Kel, do you know what I'm saying? All the pros at Teeth. The names I could give out is endless, do you know what I mean? It was full of pros, and obviously that put me in good stead for when I turned pro.
What was it like sparring them names? Obviously, I'm sure you'll have shared rounds and moved around with the likes of Kel and Barry. What was it like sparring them?
I never really sparred them, nothing major anyway, because I was only a kid, but...
Yeah, it was forgetting how young you are, because you've had 4 fights already.
Yeah, I was just in good company, if that makes sense. Like, I weren't necessarily like... It was good to watch, even if subconsciously I weren't realise I was learning. It was good to be around that environment, because obviously you're only as good as your environment is, and I've been in good environments.
Let's come on to this gym. You just mentioned Grant Smith sort of moulded you into what you are, you know, so far, 4 fights deep. What's it been like working with him? I've seen him work with everyone today and how sort of meticulous he is and giving you all advice. What's it been like working with him?
Very good. As a bloke, as a trainer, he's top notch. You see where I'm coming from. I treat him almost like an uncle. I'm around him that much, he may as well be my uncle. Yeah, he looks after me inside and outside of the ring. So I owe him a lot, and obviously I've just got to keep performing, and obviously we're doing well.
What sort of the key bit of advice he's giving you? You mentioned that he does seem like not just a good trainer but a nice bloke as well, like you could go to him for advice. Does he give you any advice, whether it be in the ring or just in day-to-day life, about how to live your life and things like that?
He's a nice bloke. It depends what day you catch him on. But nah, he gives plenty of advice, and obviously keeps it brief, and obviously he's just a good bloke, you know where I'm coming from, and I can't really pick out anything on top of my head, but obviously he's kept me on the straight and narrow alongside my dad and my mum, so I'm doing all right.
You're sharing the gym with obviously Dalton, who's just picked up the British, Sunny Edwards, who was world champion. You got Florian Marco, Thomas Assomba, you know, people who, you know, Nico Labers, who we just spoke to. You've got such a wide range of people in different stages of their career. How vital is that for you when you're learning your craft, that you get that experience?
Yeah, massive. Obviously, I'm the baby of the bunch. I'm only 20, so it's good. Obviously, Sonny's world champion, Dalton's British champion. They're leading the way almost, and well, they are leading the way, so it's good to see where I'm going to be at and further on in my career.
When you can see everyone sort of gets on really well, you all have that sort of, I don't know, you might not do it, I might have caught you all on a good day, but you seem to have good crack and that. How important is it that you come to the gym and that it is a good environment for you, that you do come and enjoy it? Because training's hard enough as it is, and if you're miserable as sin, it's not going to be good, is it?
Yeah, it's a relaxed environment, obviously. If we need to pull each other up and tell each other, look, you're slacking here, we're slacking, but that's just because we're that comfortable around each other. Like I said, I've been here since I was 12 years old. I've been around Sonny and Dalton since the beginning, so they're almost like big brothers. If I'm being a lazy fucker, they're gonna tell me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you need that sometimes? Do you have that at some point where you maybe get a call or a nudge and say, come on, pull your socks up, get your ass into gear? Because obviously you're still young anyway, so you are going to make the odd mistake. But do you get that from them? Are they on you at times?
I'd hope not as much now. I feel like
You've grown up a bit.
Yeah, I feel like I've grown up a little bit. I don't know how to feel about that. I've matured a little bit. But over the years, definitely so. The amount of times I've been pulled in the office background, given the bollocking. But obviously it just shows that they care, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like the heart's in the right place. If I didn't have that, I don't know where I'd be. So, yeah.
Obviously we mentioned how good last year was for you, 2023. What do you want to do? Because obviously you are still so young, you are the baby of the group. At the end of next year, what do you have hoped to have achieved?
Keep performing, keep winning, massive performances. Everyone just thinks about the win. Obviously, the win's the most important thing. I'd rather have a bad win than a good loss. That's the way I look at it. So, obviously, winning's the main priority. But I want to perform. I like to perform. Keep these stoppages coming. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and maybe get a title. Obviously, I like the sound of a youth title and maybe a domestic title by the end of this year.
Do you feel there's a bit of pressure on yourself now? Because obviously you ain't really giving it the big one, but you're like 4 fights, 4 knockouts. Next fight on, if you don't get the stoppage, is it gonna annoy you?
It might annoy me a little bit, I can't lie, but it's good to have that role going on. But I won't go looking for it because I'm not allowed to. Do you know what I mean? Like you box, you perform. Like you box as if you're performing for X amount of rounds you're doing. So I won't look at it like that. I want to perform. I want to keep looking good. That's the main priority. And if the stoppages come, they keep on coming.
Absolutely. Now, I think there's some big fights to be made in this gym. Obviously, Dalton will be defending his British. Sunny is apparently having a big fight with either Bam or MARTINEZ. I know it's been going on for forever and a day for him, but just get your opinion on that. Do you believe Sunny is the best in his division?
Definitely so. He's number one for a reason. He runs rings around MARTINEZ. I think Bam's a harder fight, but he beats Bam too. Trust me, like. People don't realise how good Sunny is. I think it's because he gives it the big one on Twitter and other places. Everyone thinks he's like not as good as he is, but he's really good, like really good, like super talented.
I always tell everyone if they've never seen Sunny Edwards box to watch, because like you said, he does have that persona, and Twitter's, you don't go near him on Twitter because you can end up on the bad side of a few comments from him, but underneath it all and watching him in the ring, he does perform. Has he sort of shown you anything? So did you see how he moves around the ring? Do you pick up things that he's done, like little habits, or watch what he does and take bits from him, take bits from Dalton, everyone else? That's
what I'm saying. Like growing up, I've been around Dalton and Sunny. It's played a massive role. Do you see where I'm coming from? I'm a switch hitter just like Sunny, so it's obviously played a massive role, whether I like it or not. Do you know what I mean? Like growing up watching him, I've copied things. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's massive. He's the most talented lad I've ever trained with, Sunny. He says the same about me, but he's super talented. Like in the England camps I've been on, and like camps in Sheffield on GB, stuff like that, abroad, all these camps, I've never trained with someone as talented as Sunny. Just to sign this off, for fight fans who've never seen you box, I'm sure a lot are familiar with you now, but for the casuals and people who are tuning in, why do we tune in to watch Junaid Boston this next coming year? Well, I'm exciting, I'm switch hitter, I'm fun to watch. Just tune in, listen. If you like your boxing, you'll like me, so just watch me. Get at JD Boston on Insta, and that's just have a little taster, and then watch me for next month. A little plug there, I like that. Look, Junaid, appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social. We'll be at your next fight, and yeah, we'll catch up after that. Nice one, brother, thank you.